Hey guys, Micha here with the Disney Time podcast. We're doing something new today. So basically, I found all of these home movies, these old home movies from back when we went to Disneyland. So we're gonna start with a couple here. The first episode we're gonna start with today is gonna be from Disneyland in August of 1990. So keep in mind, I'm only 1 year old here. My sister is just not even, been born yet. So this is gonna be an older time. We're gonna look back at the past here. I'm gonna give you guys some details of what happened back in the past, and then we're gonna compare it probably a little bit here to what we see today. So we're gonna do a little bit of a history of Disneyland. Let's take a look at it. So I'm gonna start the video now. All right, so we stayed at the Hyatt, and this is the Hyatt, and then here we go. Okay, so we're off at Disneyland. This is the train, my mom. We got out here at Tomorrowland. Tomorrowland looked a lot different back then than it does now. There's some things that you can see here, like the People Mover, and if you look at it, the characters are interacting with each other a lot. They had them roaming around. It's pretty funny. They had them roaming around Tomorrowland and other spots of the park without any character attendance. That's something different. That's something pretty different than what we've come to know about characters nowadays. So if you take a look at this, this is a Rare Bear, and Rare Bear here was she was hanging out with us, Brer Fox, Brer Rabbit, Captain Hook of all people. So here's Brer Fox and Brer Rabbit. They're just playing with some slapstick comedy for you, hitting each other, playing around, and then just waving to me as a little baby there. Over here we are at the Tomorrowland Terrace. Now Tomorrowland Terrace nowadays has the Galactic Grill. They've got the seats still, and then they have the stage. The stage goes up, and then it comes down. Nowadays they used it for Jedi Training Academy. Back in the day they used to have these bands that would play, and in the future episode you're going to see these bands, because we're going to show you some of these bands playing some of the songs. Well, just a little clip of them. They're going to be coming up, they're going to be playing songs, and you'll see us dancing. You'll see me dancing a little bit. So there goes Brer Fox. And yeah, so there's a lot of this, and up at the top you can actually see the People Mover moving at the top there. The People Mover, it's interesting about the People Mover. They got rid of that. They put in rocket rods in the late 90s, and then that didn't last too long. There's an episode that we're going to do here that actually shows rocket rods, because we went in the line for rocket rods. My dad got a little clip of rocket rods going by. It was pretty cool. It was pretty fast, and we rode it. We rode it in that trip, so future episode you're gonna see that trip. This is just a lot of character interaction right here. So, and we are here in the Tiki Room. So if you look at this, it's pretty much the same show that it's always been since they opened the Tiki Room. It's very interesting that they did a little bit of refurbishment on the characters themselves because the animatronics were getting a little bit old and dated. So they updated that a little bit, but the show pretty much stayed the same. So, you can take a look at this, and then we'll show you a little clip of the Tiki Room now. Pretty much the same thing. Here you can see the canoes on the Rivers of America and the Mark Twain. There was another thing a little bit earlier, where you see the keel boats. So they had the Mike Fink keel boats, and now one of them is docked. You can see it docked in Pirates of the Caribbean. The other one is docked on the Rivers of America. Another one was actually sold to, I forget his name, but his last name is Kraft. And there was a documentary called Finding Craftland, and you can see the Mike Fink keel boat there in his warehouse because he bought one. So yeah, It's a Small World. So It's a Small World has gone through facade updates, and inside the updates that actually really happened are they added Nowadays they added some characters in there, Disney IP characters. You know, there's Pinocchio, Aladdin, you know, there's Alice in Wonderland. Back then in the 90s, this is 1990, so remember they didn't have these characters yet, so the characters are not in there, but pretty much the way it flows is the same ever since the World's Fair that Walt introduced this small world to us. They do a little bit of updates at the entrance, they do a little bit of updates on the exit, but they haven't really done a lot of overhaul or anything like that. So you can expect pretty much the same rides. If you're looking at it, you're watching it, it's the same ride, the same entrance. There's just a few things different, like adding of characters, Disney characters. As you can see here, this is the Matterhorn, all right? And on the Matterhorn, there's actually somebody traversing it and climbing the Matterhorn. You don't see that anymore on the Matterhorn, especially with the recent news that parts of the Matterhorn are falling off and they have to close the Matterhorn down to do some refurb on it. Yeah, right now there's a dude that's climbing the Matterhorn. He's like, actually he's rappelling right now, but I think he climbed up it, but he's rappelling down it. And you can see at the top, the tip top of the Matterhorn here, there is a post with a cable that goes down, and that cable is for Tinkerbell to go down during the Disneyland Forever fireworks and ignite the fireworks, start the fireworks pretty much, start the show. So we're gonna look at the next clip. All right, at the beginning of this video, you can see me with Mickey Mouse. I'm wearing my yellow Fab 5 hat, pretty nice hat right there, and we are riding on the People Mover. This People Mover is not like what you guys would expect from the People Mover that you see at, it's called the what is it now? Tomorrowland Transit Authority, so TTA. That is the People Mover in Magic Kingdom. So that is an open air People Mover. This one here, if you look at it, on the video here, there's one passing back the other direction and we're going one direction. That one's got a canopy on it. Oh, and here's the parade. You can see the parade right here with a big Pluto. They were celebrating, I guess, 33 years of Magic, or 34 years? 35 years. I think it's 35 years. So we ended up going in a tunnel, but the People Mover, if you remember it from Disneyland, is a very long ride. Super long ride. Super long ride. The People Mover worked, so the track itself has a wheel that was turning, and that wheel, and it was spaced out periodically. So that would move the actual vehicle along, the spinning tire would move the vehicle along on the track. And the People Mover track itself was really long, that the ride itself was longer than 20 minutes. So yes, it is 35 years of Magic. As you can see on the sign here, 1990. 35 years of Magic at Disneyland. So that's what they're showing here. They've got 35 years at the sign. So now here we go, we're at Main Street. If you can see this stroller that my mom was pushing, that is a rental stroller. Oh, and here's another thing about the characters. Without a character attendant, everybody would bum rush the characters. This clip here, we've got Mickey Mouse, and Mickey Mouse is being crowded around by everybody. They're just crowding around Mickey Mouse. Nobody can, like, they don't take turns. Everybody just rushes and crowds around them. It's crazy. I have no idea. Even the kids, they're going crazy with Mickey Mouse. Like, when is it your turn? How do you know it's your turn? There's no line. There's no line. So there's Mickey Mouse, and oh, here we go. The next clip here, we're in front of the castle, Sleeping Beauty's castle here. The color scheme is more pastel. If you look at it now, they've gone through a paint update change. So it's a lot more vivid, a lot more contrast, and a lot more saturation in the color scheme. So the pink is pinker, the blue is bluer. That's one of the changes that's gone on with the castle. Here is the carousel at Fantasyland. So there's me on the horse with my dad, and we are on the carousel. This carousel is iconic. And there is one horse that was Walt's favorite, as well as one horse on here that was Lillian's favorite. So they're, you know, you can tell, you can see which ones they are because, you know, they're specific to them, like the color scheme as well as the horse itself. So here we go. I really loved this carousel when I was a kid. In fact, on this trip, I kept wanting to go on it again and again and again. So they kept on, if you look at the video, a lot of this is just me on the carousel with my dad or my mom. See, that's how it was going. We're in line. Here's Casey Jr. train. Oh, and above it you can see the Skyway from Fantasyland. So above Casey Jr. there was actually a Skyway. So if you know, there's the new gondola Skyliner that opened up at Disney World. This Skyway connected Fantasyland and Tomorrowland. So there was the Skyway to Fantasyland, the Skyway to Tomorrowland, and you can actually see it in this clip, in this video clip right here. It looks like that's all for the August 1990 trip. I'm gonna catch you guys later. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the things that happened at Disneyland from the past that we don't see anymore, that have been updated. So hopefully you can see the comparison between what was before and what's now. Hopefully I have some clips that I can actually show you how they look compared to each other. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to keep your watches synced to Disney time.